So?
What?
So, I don't know, how do you want to begin the vlog?
Hey guys!
No, I don't think if we ever do that, that's not gonna work. So anyways, so this is very experimental still. I do not know if we're gonna do this that often. But what essentially happened was that we went to Singapore.
We were invited.
Well, we were invited to Singapore for the F1, and unfortunately I do not have enough footage of pretty much everything
All
that
the days.
we did.
Yeah.
So
Well, it was kind of like hectic, and we were like almost always running to do something. So I think like shooting stuff, you have your phone, you have your photos that you want to take, and then you want to take Snapchat and Insta stories, and then you want to record something else. I think that's a lot of stuff.
yeah, and I think at least I don't know about you, but with me, at least for this particular trip, what happened was I was genuinely not that motivated to take footage. At least not with like the other cameras and all. So yeah, I'm just making excuses, but honestly I don't have enough footage for Singapore. So this is something that and I think we wanted to do this for quite some time.
I mean, we wanted to try it out and see how it turns out to be for us.
Yeah.
And
So this is the trying out
yeah.
thing,
Yeah.
and if it goes well,
And if you guys seem to enjoy it, then maybe we'll
and if
Maybe
we're able to
we'll
embarrass ourselves
enough.
a lot more, and in a way I think it would just make us laugh at ourselves as
Yeah.
well. So take two.
it's more like part.
It's for me. It's just for the audio thing.
Oh, okay.
It's not for them.
That's like what I'm having again. Okay.
So you wanna tell
Yeah,
about
so
how Singapore was?
We were invited by Johnny Walker very kindly to attend the Grand Prix in Singapore. And I mean, honestly, I've been to Singapore a lot of times, but I think we were I was kind of keen because Swan and Son in, and I wanted him to get a look at the city because I really like it. And obviously Formula 1 or any sporting event is always more exciting than just go into the city for like tourism basis. So yeah, and we were also excited about the Chainsmokers and Calvin Harris playing. So that was.
She was excited.
Yeah, okay, I was excited. There were these little things that kind of pushed us over the edge to go ahead. But it was a small trip. It was only like a 2.5-day trip. And yeah, we flew from Mumbai on the 15th, which was a Friday, I think, and landed early morning there, checked it, and then we went out to this really nice restaurant in Gardens by the Bay, which I had never been to Gardens by the Bay.
Huh.
So it was really...
What was the name of the thing?
It was called Poland.
Poland. Yeah.
And we had like this 5-course meal, which was incredible.
Yeah, the food was really good.
Yeah, we ate
Again,
a lot.
I tried to, in the middle of it. So basically, we're just having all these whiskey gingers, and I'm sure all of us drank a lot.
Yeah, we did.
And so yeah, again, I think the alcohol also kind of was not really motivating me to take a lot of footage. So I tried to just take few pictures and videos.
Whatever he could do from the comfort of his chair, basically.
Yeah. Part 3. Okay, you were talking about the qualifiers.
Yeah, so after the lunch at Poland, we went to the hotel and then we got dressed and left for the qualifiers, which was obviously pretty exciting. But I mean, you guys know, if you've been to an F1 or any sporting event, that your actual seating area is always so far away from the entry point. And that, I mean, I don't mind it, but for some reason I decided to wear heels on that day, even though we were told not to. But oh well. But the qualifying was a lot of fun. It was kind of interesting because I mean we were in this beautiful like Bay Area and we could see this amazing like scenery and our seats were pretty nice honestly. And post that there was a concert which was the Chainsmokers that were playing.
I'm gonna love you.
So on day 2 we had again not a very early start but we went back again to this really nice restaurant which was in the Botanical Garden.
Botanic Gardens.
And I'd actually been there last month when I'd gone to Singapore.
And you still don't know the name. You're still confirming with me.
No, it's the name of the restaurant. I think-
Restaurant?
The name of the restaurant
Restaurant.
is it Halia or is it
Huh?
Halia? I think it's Halia if I'm not wrong.
I know. Yeah, they were like just.
It was Halia. I think that's what the name is. You guys know what I'm talking about, right?
No, they don't.
Please. Google it.
You have to. You know. You went there.
I don't know what I'm talking about. But anyway, so we had a really amazing lunch there again, and we actually did this really cool thing called Join the Back, which was with Mika Hakkinen.
I didn't do anything. It was just a hashtag.
I mean, it was just good to know about.
It's not like there was a fact and you were like, oh, guys.
Well, we did
can I
kind of
join?
sign it, so. And
Yeah.
I mean, I don't drive, so I don't
met,
drink and drive.
Mika Hakkinen.
Mika Hakkinen, yeah.
And
that was cool.
so
And yeah, and then it was time for the race.
on race day we reached earlier because I think we needed to do a photo op session at the Whiskey Lounge, the Johnny Walker Whiskey Lounge. And after 2 minutes of that,
And we had a couple of whiskey gingers again, so we were quite like, happy and just walking around. And but when the race started, it started pouring like crazy also,
Yeah.
which was crazy because we were waiting for such a long time for the race to start, and then when it started, it started like pouring, and then we ran inside into that whole bar thing, and then Swan had to go and find us those really weird looking raincoats. Were you down when that crash happened?
yeah, the crash, that crash happened. Like, I don't. So I was waiting there, and so they had this big screen, and obviously I'm still at the queue, but then suddenly I heard like everybody
Everyone's
being
like,
like, whoa, or something like that. So I rushed, and then I saw it. Like I was like, it was still happening.
I said it was really crazy because Vettel was at the pole position and then he wasn't even able to like race eventually. So,
Yeah, both the Ferraris were out. So
But I think that was the highlight of the race, unfortunately.
I mean, yeah, it kind of began, and then
it was
kind of-
exciting and then it was a good race, but you know.
Yeah, it slowed down then. The entire circuit had, I think, 24 or 25 turns. So we were at turn 18. So the cars do kind of slow down. So they accelerate. So the cars accelerate at the beginning of the turn. I mean, beginning of the turn 17, which is kind of
A
about.
straight sort of.
And then there is a progression where they accelerate and come towards our turn. So they're slowing down slightly. So the noise factor wasn't
That's
that.
crazy.
Because
I remember going to the Formula 1 that happened here in India for the first time, and I remember we were at the main grandstand, and that's where like all the cars, like you know,
Well, it's
that's
a
the
straight
starting
stretch,
point,
yeah.
and it's a straight stretch. So that was insane, especially when like all the engines are like on and the race starts. It's pretty loud.
Yeah.
But yeah, this wasn't that bad.
But what I was saying was that the tracks were completely wet. So just to see these fucking machines just like,
You can't swear it.
why? It's fucking YouTube. So the tracks are. All I wanted to say was that the tracks are wet and these
That's a
cars
bit
are just like fucking accelerating. Like, you're not letting me fucking speak.
Sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
No,
I think everyone gets it. That
No,
the cars
they
were
don't.
accelerating.
Accelerating.
Accelerating
Can't
while
even say.
while the roads were wet.
Wet. The roads are wet.
I was laughing and saying it was honestly a very fun experience. I mean, it had its own highs and lows, but all in all, I think it was pretty interesting. And we were obviously with a bunch of really talented and interesting people. It was fun to just interact with everyone and just go through the whole process with everyone. So yeah, I obviously had a lot of fun. And
Yeah, it was too short of a trip, I think, and I think it was just slightly hectic as well because we just had to be at different places at different times, and we were just
it was very
running
cut to cut, like.
on the clock. But otherwise, the experience was really good. I think all of us had fun.
Yeah, we did.
That's
For sure.
But I would definitely want to visit Singapore again without these kind of time restrictions and really explore because I did find it to be a really beautiful city. I wanted to shoot at a lot of places and kind of like just give
More time.
my perspective of it all. And I couldn't honestly this time, but next time I'll definitely
Soon.
try and do it. That's it.
Do you want to talk about the turbulence?
Oh, turbulence on the flight. The flight back was pretty insane again. Well, was it
The first one. It was so
No,
funny.
yeah, going towards Singapore. Oh, fuck. So,
Oh my god, it was so funny. So in the middle of the night, we had a night flight, so probably at 3 a.m. Everyone's sleeping, right? And I wake up and everyone's like, huh, or like, just in sleeping positions. And Smaran's like, he's just like vigilant because I don't know what he was gonna do about the turbulence, but it was just really funny.
so that's one of the things that I just cannot get over. I mean, it's just I don't have a fear of flying, but it's just something that my mind just gets into these possibilities of
Black
what
hole.
the plane might be going through, and
Dad.
yeah, it's scary. It wakes and once I don't know if it wakes me up, I'm up.
Then you're up.
Then I'm up, and I still wait for it to kind of calm down, and then my eyes shut down, and then I'm again asleep. But then suddenly it will start shaking again, and then
It's really
this
fun.
the process. I mean, my hands are getting sweaty just by talking about it. I mean that's how anxious I get.
But I think
if
everyone should experience that with Smaran. So just to.
No. But anyway, so that's it for today. See ya.